So I was really excited about the idea of pairing vintage pieces with contemporary jewelry because that's our philosophy at Rare Vintage. And I love the idea, for example, of putting the Christian Dior ball gown together with a Miriam Haskell piece from her collection. I just think it looks beautiful and contemporary and fresh. I like to have pieces that no one else has. I love the construction of old pieces. They're just beautifully made and crafted, and they're unique. First off, I look for a piece that I fall in love with. I always think about, is it rare, vintage, is it rare? Because I want to have pieces that you don't walk into another vintage store and you see 2 or 3 of them. And I look for pieces that are collectible and wearable. I do a lot of research on the collection. My clients really like knowing the history of the pieces, and I do as well, so I research as much as possible. And I also talk to the client when I purchase the piece, and she often loves to tell the stories about them. My favorite piece in my collection is my Valentino Haute Couture dress, jersey dress. That's the very first piece of couture that I bought for myself. I bought it in Italy. I wore it to the Costume Institute Gala at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And Callista Flockhart borrowed it and wore it to the Academy Award, and I'm looking forward to passing it on to my daughter. It's funny, women are very protective of their clothing because they've held on to them for so long, and they always say, I want them to see them go to a good home, and they know that we take pieces in, I love them, I restore them, I clean them, and we give them new life. Well, I just bought an amazing collection of Stephen Sprouse. That's unbelievable, and also the Christian Dior ball gown. When I got a call I found that dress in Texas, and it's a superb example of Dior from the 50s. The best outfit I've ever put together for a celebrity would have to be the dress that Angelina Jolie wore to the SAG Awards. She wore an Hermes dress that was a runway piece, one of a kind, and I love the fact that she wore it sideways, and she just wore it with jewelry that Brad Pitt had designed for her. The blog is really essential to Rare Vintage. We have clients from all over the world, and that's how they get to see our collection. We have a lot of clients that have never come into the store before, but just look at the blog on a daily basis, and I love it to be kind of fun and full of fashion news and little bits of gossip, and so it's entertaining and people want to come back to it every day. If I could go back in time, I think that I would probably go to the 30s because I love the glamorous dresses. I love the fact that everyone used to get dressed up in the evening. I hear from my clients all the time that no one dresses up anymore, and I love that era. I'm really looking forward to taking the tram, the Ding Ding, all throughout Hong Kong.